Do you want to add an interactive 3D product exactly like this one to your Shopify store? If so, in this video, I'm giving you this entire Shopify section completely for free. I'll show you how to generate your own 3D models using AI, how to upload them to Shopify, and customize everything to fit your own products and your own branding. You know, something like this a few years ago would have meant hiring a developer, paying for a 3D designer, or just spending a fortune on custom development. But now with AI and a few free tools that are out there, is something that almost anyone can add to their store entirely for free. Hello, I'm Josh and welcome to the AI Store Academy. I have started this channel because I genuinely enjoy building things for Shopify, and I know that there are loads of store owners out there who want to improve their websites without spending thousands every single time that they want to add a new feature to their website. So whether it's free Shopify sections like this one, practical e-commerce tips, AI tools, or eventually showing you how to build features like these yourself, that's exactly what you'll find here on this channel. So if that sounds like your sort of thing or something you would like to learn more about, then make sure you hit that subscribe button. And without further ado, let's jump straight into this first video. Okay, so for the very first part of this video, we are going to be using a 3D rendering tool, an AI tool called Meshy AI. As far as I'm aware, at the time of making this video, it's the 4th of July 2026. This is the best AI tool I can find to create quick 3D renders of items, products, etc. I am going to sign up to Meshy AI to show you how to use the free version and not get caught out with the premium version, because there is a lot of pop-ups that you've got to avoid. Now, Meshy AI is brilliant, but the more intricate the product, the harder it is for the AI to get the model correct. So if you do not get the results that you desire, it might be worth trialing the premium version of this tool or looking for another tool. I'm not sponsored with this video. I just really like Meshy AI. Or if you have a very specific detailed product, then it might be worth going to a website like Fiverr.com and finding a 3D modeler that can help you out. But for the sake of this video, we're going to go through the sign up process of Meshy AI and use the free version. So once you enter your Gmail account or your email and create your password, you will be met with this pop-up. So we're going to use it on our own. We are going to use it for e-commerce. I'm going to create props with this. Continue. I mean, none of this is relevant, I don't think. We're going to skip this. I don't know. We found you guys on YouTube. Now, you will be met with this pop-up, and it makes it look like you have to pay to go through to the next step. So you can either click maybe later or click this little X in the corner. And once you click that, you'll be greeted with the dashboard and you will receive your free tokens to get started. Okay, so when you finally get to the dashboard, you'll see your free credits up here in the corner, and you will be met and greeted with this very enticing box to add an image and get started straight away. Now, do not fall for this trap, because if you add an image to this section, as I did when I first got started, it will generate you a model, but it will use Meshy 6, which is the premium AI model. And Meshy 5 is what we want to use, as we want to download a free 3D model. So we're going to head over to the workspace. And it sometimes takes a minute or two to load. And when you are in the workspace, it looks crazy. So don't be alarmed. It's very simple to use. So the middle is where your model will appear. The right is the example models and where your generations will appear. And on the left is where you will program the tool to create the model for you. Now, for this video, we are using a very simple model, because if you have a detailed product like I don't know, you could be selling a cream or something with writing on it, then it might struggle a little bit. And on the premium version, I do believe you can put the front, the back, and the sides on. But with this free model, we can only do one image. So for the sake of this video, I'm going to be using this baseball cap, which I found. So I'm going to copy this image and I'm going to Control V and paste that in. Now, what I will say is it is advised to use a transparent background image. If you use a white background image, it sometimes generates the white background plane as part of the 3D model, and it will completely destroy what you're trying to achieve. So always use a transparent background where possible. Now, if you do not get the results you desire from this, then it might be worth contacting someone on Fiverr.com and finding a 3D modeler who can generate a more precise model for you. So when you have attached your image, we're going to go to the AI model here, and we're going to select Meshy 5, not Meshy 6. Meshy 6 will make you pay for the premium version. So we're going to click generate. And as you can see, it's now generating and creating this model over here for me. It will give you this pop-up where you get rewards and credits for the more times you use it. So that's always handy. And it is just creating the model here for me. This first step is usually quite quick, but when we start adding the textures in the next step, it does take a little bit longer. So as you can see, it has created me 4 different models to choose from. I'm not sure if it always does this or whether this is just the first time when you use it, because I've used it since and I don't recall seeing this again. So again, I think it's a way to encourage you to buy the premium version. Now, I'm not happy with a couple of these. This looks horrendous. I mean, but I'm all for it. Wear what you want, but I wouldn't wear that cap on my head. This one at the back doesn't seem to, it seems to have done something crazy with the hole at the back. This one's close, but it's a bit squashed. I might use that one, but I think, I mean, it's a bit elongated. Yeah, I was going to use this one, but I think I'm going to have to go for this one. Okay, so I'm going to select this model. And now it will come up with this pop-up. Confirm your generation. Do you want to generate the texture? Yes, we do. This will add texture like this blue over here to this cap here. So we're going to click confirm. And it will start to create me another model over here. Now, the textured models do sometimes take a little bit longer, so just be patient, wait it out, and hopefully you'll get the results that you desire. Okay, so it does look like it has now created this 3D model for me with the texture. So I seem happy with this. I'm not sure what these yellow things are at the bottom, but you know, for this tutorial and its purposes, I'll ride with it. It looks like a cap to me. But yeah, like I say, it's not perfect, but it's free and it can make your website look unbelievable. So the model is the bit you have to perfect. But for a free version, this will do me. So once you're happy with the textured 3D model, click this little download button here. And for Shopify, you can use multiple different 3D formats, but GLB file format is the recommended one. So we're going to click download and we're going to add this to our downloads. And in the next part of the video, I'm going to show you how to add it to Shopify and get it installed onto the code that is provided. Okay guys, so now we have completed the 3D render of our product. We now need to go on to the next part, which is installing this section onto our website. And to do that, we first need to get the source code. So that is something I am providing for free, and you do have to click the link down below in the description, and that will take you through to this landing page here on our website, which is www.aistoreacademy.com. If for whatever reason in the future the link down below in the description does not work, you can just head to our website aistoreacademy.com. You can click the blog here, or you can search using the icon, and you'll find this blog page here, which is the one that you need to access to get this code. Okay, when you first get onto the website, you will be greeted with the cookie consent mode, and I do advise clicking the accept button. Not because it helps me at all, it's because of GDPR. And when you scroll down on this page, if you don't click the accept button, sometimes this Klaviyo email form that I've set up does not show up for legal reasons. So just click accept and then you'll be able to see the email form. But this page just tells you exactly what I'm teaching you in this video, just explains what you're going to get with this section here. So simply enter your email address here. I'm going to blur this out for obvious reasons. Once you have typed your email address in, simply click unlock code. and you will see you'll get instant access to the code. Just click download code here and you'll be taken straight to this page. Just click anywhere in the black area, click Control and A on your keyboard to select everything, and then Control C to copy everything. And once you've copied everything, let's move over to Shopify and I'll show you where to paste it. Okay, so now you've copied your code, we're now going to head over to our Shopify store and we're going to head to the online store section. And next to the edit theme button, which you're probably already very familiar with as you use this to build your website, there are 3 little dots. If we click that and we click edit code. Now, I know this section of Shopify can be quite daunting for people, especially who are not familiar with coding and who have ever used it before. Your chances are you've probably broke your website in the past. But there's nothing to worry about here because we are not changing any sort of major files like theme files, etc. We're just adding a new section. So you want to find and locate this folder here that's called sections. And when you click that, inside there you'll find all of the pre-built sections for your theme. So things like heroes, slideshows, and things like that, image galleries, etc. And we're just going to create a new section so that we can add this across our website. So you're going to head over to this icon here when you're inside the sections folder, and you're going to head over to this icon, and when you hover over it, you'll see it says new file, and when you click that, this empty box will appear. Now we can call this whatever we want. I'm going to call it interactive 3D product hero. But make sure at the end of this file, it's very, very important that you add .liquid and click enter. And that will add it to the sections folder. As you can see, it's down here. And we're going to paste that liquid code that we copied before into here. And we're going to click save. Now that should have saved. Everything seems okay with that. And we are going to head back into our online store section on Shopify, and this time we're going to click edit theme. Now, as you can see, this is my home page currently for my website. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm not going to be adding this to my home page, but the chances are you will be for an e-commerce store, or you'll be putting this on a landing page. But I'm just going to head to a pre-built template for YouTube tutorials. And on the left hand side here, you'll see that you can add sections. So I'm going to add a section, and you should see the section that we've just pasted and created. So whenever you are on the edit theme part of Shopify, now you have added this section, this liquid file, this should pop up whenever you want to add a new section. So let's go ahead and click that. And voila, we have got our section. Now it doesn't look so fancy just yet. There is more work to do. So let's go into the next step and I'll show you how it all works. Okay, so we now have the section. It is available. We can access it whenever we want. But before we can get into configuring this, we do need to first add our 3D render that we created at the start of the video. So for now, we can save this page and we can then exit the theme editor. And once you're back into the Shopify dashboard, we need to head to content and we're going to head to the file section. And once you're in the file section, you can see this is where all your files are stored for your website on Shopify. And you can see I have already added the GLB file that I created of the baseball cap. But when you want to add your own products, just click, when you want to add your own products render, just click upload files and ensure that you add the correct GLB file format. Once it's added and it's been uploaded to your files, you'll then see next to the specific file this little icon here, and you'll have to click that, and that is to copy the link, and that will copy the CDN link. So for anyone who doesn't know, a CDN link is just a link to allow your website to know where to access that file from in your server. So we've copied that link and we're going to head straight back into the online store and edit theme again. And again, you probably already added yours to the home page, but I'm going to go back to the YouTube tutorials page that I've created. And here is our section. So first of all, we need to add the URL. And there you go. You can see that we've got our 3D render perfectly there. And I'm quite happy with that. Okay, so as you can see, we have the 3D render in there, but I've also added some customization of my own too. Now, I was going to spend some time explaining each customizable option with this section, but I think it would take far too long to do that. But just to run through them briefly, we've got things like the 360-degree animation. We have the option to zoom in and out of the product if you want that option. We have the initial position of the object, so if you want to change this on the page load, you can do. We have things like glow and shadows. You know, you won't see the shadows there until you see the plane, but yeah, you have shadow options. And it will just take some time to play around with this until you get the perfect desired results that you wish for. You can change the text and the colors. You can change the sizes for both mobile and desktop, and you can change the section layout as well. So it's very, very customizable. And I hope that you can find something from this section, and I hope it improves your website as you wanted it to. Okay, so that's a wrap for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you got something from it. And I'm genuinely excited to see what you guys have created with this free Shopify Liquid section. For more videos like this one, for more free sections, for more e-commerce tips, and more tips on how to build your store out with AI, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next one.